Chapter 1 from Limo Bill the Undercover Assassin by Bill Ames. "What the hell? Where the F is my panties?" a loud yell came from the back of the limo. I replied sarcastically, "Don't look at me," and started to laugh with a grin on my face, knowing one of the dudes in the back had a new Myrtle Beach memento. She grilled all three and never got the answer, the truth from any of them. Just a ton of laughter and fingers pointing all around, but her panties mysteriously disappeared. Yeah, right. Even she thought it was hilarious and quickly pulled up her sexy short bright pink skirt. We arrived at Party Central at Broadway the Beach, a Louisiana-style courtyard of clubs known as celebrations. They were intoxicated but upright as they stepped out of the limo's doors. I waited there with a wry smile on my face, door open, and reached out to take her hand and help her out. "You promised you'll be here to pick us up at 2, Natalie asked. "Of course, darling. You knew I would never leave you stranded. The dudes, well, that's up to you." She was a local client of mine, and although quite wild some tequila nights, she was a diversion from the simple, boring clients I sometimes picked up. These three, like other guys in the past, I had not met before. She attracts the wild partiers, and every night with her is an adventure. Sometimes I end up being her bodyguard if they try to take advantage of my sweet Natalia. She called me the next day to ask if I took her home. Just to mess with her, I say no, but I found your panties. I could feel her blushing on the phone. It was a good night, a fun group, and a nice tip. If they only knew how wasted they looked at the end of the night. Now that the weekend is over for my cover job, I get to relax and prepare my files for upcoming engagements. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the fact that I'm an assassin. I only kill bad people though. Really, when I'm commissioned a new hit, I only hear about the bad stuff. That is my justification I use to proceed and complete the job. My assistant Annie is incredibly hot. Tall, blonde, with legs that never seem to end. She resembles Marilyn Monroe at first, second, and third glance. When guys start wearing those beer goggles, she starts seeing green. Yep, she is the most requested stripper in Myrtle Beach, and the money just flows her way. She moves in ways the body wasn't meant to do. Focus Bill. She is my gal who handles my files. Yes, paper files, and keeps me on point to complete the job. When they say behind every good man is a good woman, I hardly think this is what they had in mind. She is the best and makes my life easier. So how does all this work? We have one handler. He's nicknamed the Grinch. I mean, he's about as ugly as the Grinch. Never smiles and squints when you talk to him, so I've heard. I've never met him. The fact has kept our relationship incognito. The Grinch receives a request for end of life, and once the financials are arranged, I receive a dossier with the target and contact information. From there I have one of two choices. First, go to them and complete the deed, or second, lure them to Myrtle Beach and make it happen. I prefer the second method since I have a large number of acquaintances at my disposal to help get them here. They have no clue what's about to happen to them, and neither do my many contacts. Only Annie and the Grinch know the method I use. Today is a new day on the beach. The ocean is calm with small waves. The summer crowd is beginning to stake their territory on the warming sand with towels, chairs, coolers, and umbrellas. I can see guys with sunburned beer bellies and ladies in fashionable one-piece and bikini bathing suits everywhere, and a small group playing frisbee along the edge of the water. From my beach house, you can look out to the ocean, and it never ends. A few puffy clouds disrupt the blue skies, but still picture perfect. My phone gets a text, and the code is displayed. Well, it's time. A job is being sent to my secure laptop with a specially designed code. It's been 10 days since my last job. I have to get in the right mental state before I get started. A quick call to Annie tells me payment is set up upon completion. It will be a big job worth $1.3 million to my employer. The mark is Randall Gomes, an aggressive drug dealer in Miami who has spread his territory into the wrong direction, our client's turf. I don't care why, but it's interesting to hear the why. Some of our client's men meet their demise, and he is going to allow Gomes to get away with it. Time to get to work. First, I need to lay out my plan. Miami isn't far, but I would prefer to lure him away from his home turf. I don't particularly care to deal with drug dealers as a job, but the money is always good because of the risk and reward from a successful hit. I called on my friendly bartender Jose, who is from Miami. He gave me a better understanding of Gomes and his area and the drug trade there. He appreciated the 3 bills I laid on him for the information. Jose is one of my many contacts in Myrtle I can rely on for information. It seems unlikely I can lure him to Myrtle Beach with all that is happening in Miami. Gomes has a place he likes to take his ladies for a special night. He has a penthouse at the Franklin Ritz Hotel in South Beach. So that's the target to plan for. The knock on the door was a sweet sound in my ears. The most intoxicating woman I know stood there inches from me, and all I could do was give her a kiss on the cheek and invite her in. Annie came by to help me brainstorm for the best method of reaching him, business first. We decided to have her join us along with her redhead friend Molly. No matter where they go, they draw attention, and that is what we count on. Plane leaves in 8 hours. Our plans are set, so it's time to play. This time, when Annie got within inches, I pulled her toward me and kissed her on the lips. It's like it's supposed to happen when lovers get together. The woman is a knockout. She could be with anyone, and I had her attention. Life is great, I thought. We had some time and took full advantage of it. After following each other's lead and removing our clothes, I gently laid her on the bed. Foreplay was short and sweet, and we shared our horny lust. Being a stripper, I always wonder if her orgasm is real or if she's faking it. I'm going with for real. Hey, I'm a guy. That's how it's supposed to be. We switched positions with her on top. I could tell she was weakened, but was quickly back in rare form. She slid her body across mine and sent me into another world. I felt every inch of her body, and when she offered herself again, I excitedly made the most of the opportunity. We thrust against each other for some time before it was my turn to reach the ultimate moment of pleasure. I didn't want it to stop, but nature took its course. We laid in each other's arms. I leaned over and gave her another sensual kiss. As we parted, she smiled at me. Time for some sleep. We're leaving 7 hours to live off.